Hello, my friends, and welcome to another session with the older man. Today, my friends, I want to talk about this whole relationship with so many women with their cats and dogs.
There's an unexpected benefit to having a dog as a single person, and it's that you learn a lot about someone's character based on how they treat something or someone that's not you, and that includes the dog. Like when I date a guy and he treats my dog like he's an inconvenience or like it's annoying that I have to go home to take care of him. Yeah, you're not annoying. Don't listen. That shows me so much about that person. Or I've dated guys who are like, oh, let's go to this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, yeah, at some point I'll have to stop at home to like walk the dog and feed him. And they're annoyed by that. That to me is a sign that we're probably not compatible. If you view responsibilities as a big inconvenience, that always makes me kind of side-eye you a little bit. Because on the other hand, I've dated guys who are like, great, I'm so excited to walk the dog with you, and let's take the dog to the park and let's hang out with the dog, and he's not viewed as an inconvenience. That's a green flag to me. The dog has unexpectedly been helpful in my dating life because there are some men who don't want to be inconvenienced in any way. They don't want anything to get in the way of their good time, and to me, like, that's just not life. And I love having a dog and I love taking care of my dog, and I would not want to date someone who views him as an inconvenience.
And I've been getting a few people talk to me about their experiences when it comes to meeting women and how much importance they put behind their pets over the actual relationships. And I found it absolutely bizarre, but I realized that we are going to have a serious problem. And I'm thinking that I need to actually warn you ladies that your pet ain't going to freaking be there for you to pay the bills whenever you're in trouble. Whenever you're in trouble later in life, when you lose a job or you fall down and hurt yourself or any other the plethora of problems that you'll find, especially later in life. Usually a sickness. Spotty or meow meow or me, she's not going to be there for you. She'll probably be gone, dead. But a husband will hold you up when you're out and your boss is firing your ass because you can't show up for work. When the company downsizes and you're out of a job. All of you who have focused on your career, i.e. job, and your pets, my dogs and my cat, you all are doing this whole relationship thing wrong. So I've featured this radio talk show, Brook and Jubal in the Morning, before, and it's always hilarious when they have these callback from dates. So what it is that when two couples go out on a date and somebody didn't like the date and ghost the other person, don't call them, ignore them, etc., then people could call into that show and the show will call the other person live, right? To find out why they're not calling the person back after the date. And this is what we're going to listen to today because it really ties in the problem that we're having with all of these women with cats and dogs and how much importance they put behind their pets versus trying to find a good partner. Okay? So my friends, subscribe. Book a session if you haven't already. Book a session if you need any mentoring, if you need any help from an older man. I am here for you, my friends. Here's a link below, and of course, you can find all of these links in the description of this video and, well, all of my videos. All right, so let's get into it, because this is a good one. You're going to have a good laugh.
Hi, I was looking for Dennis.
Yeah? Who's this?
Dennis, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
You ever heard of the show before?
The show?
Yeah, the show. You ever heard of it?
Sounds like he's real familiar.
What's the show?
The show is called Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
What?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling today. They asked if we could get you on the phone and ask you a few questions.
Well, if I ever had that happen to me, I would say, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Hang up, hang the hell up, not having my shit broadcast over the radio. But we have become very comfortable about talking about escapades or dates online. So this is just normal nowadays.
What are you talking about?
We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out on a date with somebody, and now you're not calling them back, so they asked us if we could talk to you and find out the reason.
Uh,
Have you been out on a lot of dates in the past couple of weeks?
I mean, I've been on a couple.
Okay. Have you been on any dates with a girl named Katie?
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely remember Katie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Katie is the one who wanted us to get you on the phone to find out why you're not calling her back.
Look, I'm not interested in seeing her again.
Yeah, she kind of figured that because you haven't been responding to any of her phone calls, but do you mind telling us why?
You gotta understand how confusing it'd be for a guy to come back to your place and then split with no reason at all.
Wait, how do you know that?
Oh, that's because we talked to Katie about your date. She said that you guys met on Tinder and then went to a bar, went back to her place to watch a movie, hung out with her and her dog, and then in the middle of it, this is how she described you leaving, okay? You can tell me if this is true or not. She said you jumped up and left as if you had to poop real bad.
That's an understatement.
So
you
you
really
did
had
have to
to
go to the
poop?
bathroom?
I didn't have to go to the bathroom, no, but
Oh.
I needed to get out of there.
Why'd you need to leave so bad?
I honestly don't even really know how to describe it. It was probably the weirdest date of my life.
That is a bold statement, sir.
It is a bold statement.
What was so weird about it?
Everything was normal in the beginning. We went on the date. She was cute. She was attractive, but I guess, like, looks hide the crazy. She invited me back to her place, and I was like, all right, you know, some things are going to happen. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah. She actually told us she was thinking the same thing, and that's why she was surprised you left.
Well, I was thinking that until a couple more events unfolded. We got to her place. We're watching a movie. It was nice. We were having like a couple extra drinks, and then I was just sitting there. Her this like tiny like rodent dog that she has like ran in and like crawled on her and started being like super jumpy and crazy. I'm like, cool. Everyone has dogs. Everyone has pets. And then she's
Yeah,
like,
she told us about that. She said that you guys hung out and like her dog knows how to say, I love you, you know.
yeah, that's what she did. Like, she started saying, like, do you want to hear my dog talk? And I was like, okay, because I'm not going to say no because I'm on a date and we're at her place.
Yeah, so you're pretty much saying yes to almost anything at this point.
Yeah, and then she's saying, like, my dog can say I love you. And I was like, okay, prove it. And then she was like, you say I love you. And then the dog was making weird sounds that I guess sounded like words. Cool. Everyone has tricks with their dogs. It was fun. That's not crazy weird. And then the dog jumps down.
No. Listen, my friends. If someone comes back to your apartment, the dog goes in the bedroom. It goes locked into another area of the house, in the cage, etc. The cat gets locked into a room. If it's one of those cats that are going to be jumping on you and interfering with your interaction with your friends, with your date, get rid of the damn thing. You're looking for a dating disaster at that point. Please listen to what I'm saying, but it gets worse.
And so the dog starts, like, humping my leg.
Okay.
That also
That'll happen.
happens.
Yeah.
That'll happen. I'm willing to forgive it. But she kept being like, no. But that's all she was saying was no. Like, the dog wasn't stopping. She kept saying no.
So you were getting humped by the wrong thing.
She's getting humped by the wrong thing in the room. So,
I mean, why is that so uncomfortable, though? A little teacup-sized dog is humping your leg?
I mean, we're not at the end of the story yet.
Okay.
So the dog was humping my leg, and then this is where it gets really, really bizarre. Like, this is where we reached the point of no return here. She moves her leg forward. Oh, my God, I can't believe this. And then she encourages the dog to hump her leg instead of mine.
What?
Yeah, it gets worse. So the dog starts kind of going to town on her leg.
Ew.
And she starts encouraging it.
What do you mean?
So the dog is like humping her leg, and she's like, good girl. What? That's a good girl. And I gave her this look, and she was like, oh, don't worry. Once she finishes, it'll be better.
So, in order to get the dog off of you, she offered up her leg instead and let the dog do its thing. Did it?
Yeah. And in order to get the dog off of me, she let the dog get off on her.
So she was jealous of the dog humping him because she was used to the dog humping her. That's my dog. Dog. Dog, I'm not having him hump you. That's my dog. Get it? Okay. I went there. Yep, I went there. The evidence is there. Whether she knows it or not, the normal thing would have been to put the damn dog in another room. But no, she needs to satisfy her dog. To hell with the date.
She wanted the dog to finish so it stopped bugging you guys, so you guys could start doing some work.
I'm sorry, but like, first off, what dog understands the dirty talk enough to like have that be something that helps it get there? And two, why is that a decision you would ever, like, why is that a training tool for your damn dog?
Oh my God! What did you say to her? Did you say anything?
What am I supposed to say? I just like laser-eyed at the television and was just hoping this whole thing would end.
I just picture you sitting there with your hands at your side, trying to look at anything but her and the dog.
So then the dog, like, in like its final like weird heave of energy, finishes.
That's a dog that has been through this many times, okay? Many times. She has been entertaining this dog. Oh my gosh, man. Things like this just makes me so happy that I'm off the market. I swear, the more I do these things and the more I listen, the worse it sounds. I've had so many people who just tell me horror stories about their dates with their animals. The animal comes first. I had a friend who was reluctant about getting married to this man because he had 2 dogs, right? And she hesitated moving in or even accepting it. They were engaged, but she was hesitating getting married because she was a Muslim and this man's dog slept in the bed with him. So listen, it's not only women that do this shit. His 2 medium-sized dogs slept in the same bed. So there's hair all over. And this was a high-value man, but he was divorced twice and his dogs were his companions. I don't know if you understand Muslims. Muslims are not very good with dogs, especially dogs that lick. They don't find them clean. So she didn't want to get married to this man for that reason. She hesitated. And she was talking to me and she said, man, I just can't do it. He wants to get married. He's a good man. I love him, but he don't want to give up the dogs. And I'm not asking him to give up the dogs. I just don't want the dogs in the bedroom. I don't think we should be sleeping with dogs in the bedroom. And what can I tell her? I mean, part of her faith and part of her belief is that dogs shouldn't sleep in the same bed, which I absolutely agree. Eventually, they got married and the dogs actually slept outside. The dogs were put outside. So the guy understood that it was a deal breaker. But this is the problem that we're having with all these pets, man. But the problem is more prominent with women because women have more pets than men do because they are the most lonely of the 2 sexes.
And I'm like heart is pounding, like I cannot, I'm freaking out. And then the dog jumps up on her lap and then starts licking her face. Her and the dog were having post-coital relations.
Oh my God!
Like a moment, they were having a moment. Like the dog was. Thank you so much.
It was like the dog was about to roll over and have a cigarette at this point.
Yeah, they were having a moment. They were having and I was clearly not supposed to be there.
It's like, was it good for you?
And then she was saying "I love you" afterwards, and the dog was making the weird "I love you" sound back to her.
How'd you even make it that far? I would have been gone before that could happen.
Listen, I don't know why I stayed there or even how long it took, but I felt like a deer in headlights and I couldn't even move.
That is such a strange incident.
I hate to do this to you because you might feel like a deer in headlights again, but Katie is actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Katie, are you there or have you hung up?
You're overreacting, Dennis. Obviously, you guys aren't dog people, but...
Whoa. What kind of dog person are you?
I'm one who really loves my dog. I'm sorry. You don't have dogs. Maybe you just don't get it. I don't know.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are you seriously, trying to justify what happened and what I had to go through?
Look, if I didn't let her finish, she would have been bugging us all night.
So you were doing Dennis a favor, Katie.
No, be a normal dog person. Get a water bottle, squirt it, put it in a back bedroom. Make it stop.
Give your dog a stuffed animal.
My dog is like my kid, and I take care of my kids.
Yeah, you do.
That is also weird.
You gotta make it weird?
I don't think we're the ones making it weird.
We're definitely not the ones making it weird.
Have you ever watched like the Dog Whisperer or any sort of like Animal Planet show? Nowhere will you see it encouraging a dog to hump your leg and then
Look,
having...
you don't know my dog, okay? I'm not gonna spray water or yell at my dog or kick her off me because it's inhumane, and I'm not gonna be doing that to my baby.
You know what? Maybe that's it, Katie. You're a better dog owner than all of us. I don't personally own a dog, but any dog owner listening right now, I think that you're a better dog owner than they are.
No.
Dennis, I'd like to ask you this question, and I'm hoping you'll say yes. Would you like to go out on a second date with Katie? I will pay for the date.
No. Thank you. I will actually retract everything I said.
Wow.
I do not want to see this guy again.
What? Just because he got weirded out?
No accountability whatsoever. Yeah. In the words of Mr. Kevin Samuels, buy a dog, die alone. And that's where we are with a lot of relationships right now. Women have become way too freaking cozy with their pets to the point where they put more priority behind the pet than they do behind the relationships because they have had more experience with their pets than human beings.
Oh, baby, it's not fair. That was a good one. I like the way your tongue unfolded and unraveled. I love that smile, that cheeser mister. I love that cheeser mister. Oh, you're ripping my hair out. Okay. I gotta tame the chickens. Oh, nope, strap the chickens down. Are you okay? Are you okay? You're melting. You're melting. I love you. I just love this boy. He's so perfect. You're choking me. Come here. You're so funny. You're so funny when you're so relaxed. You bless me with love. I love it. I love you. Ow, your tooth is in my shoulder. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Think about that shit. That's where we are in the relationship market right now. Whew. Man, it just gets worse. My friends, that's it. Subscribe, book a session, buy my online content digital creators toolkit. And hey, until next time, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.